Black Canadians have evolved since the 1900s. They have been given rights, freedoms, and protection. But today, all of those rights are not being respected. According to the Winnipeg Sun, Black Canadians are being jailed at a faster pace than Aboriginals in federal prisons, a 69% increase over the past 10 years. This stat shows that the Black Canadians are being targeted by authorities. According to the Globe Mail, the reason Black males are jailed at such high rates is not because Black men have a greater propensity to commit crimes, but because they are more likely than whites to be under police surveillance. Every race has a few individuals who commit crimes, but for the Black community to be targeted and surveilled 24/7 is unjust and goes against their constitutional rights. Blacks are so overly represented in the jail system that it gives them as a whole community a bad rep. It not only ruins them, but it ruins us as a society. We oppress and confine Blacks into a box that makes them bad, but the reality is that it makes us look bad as a society. We have overcome so much since the 1900s, and in today's society it seems as if we are just going backwards and undoing all the progression that we've made. In the following sections of the Charter, it is clearly stated and emphasized that every individual is to be treated equally and fairly under the law. No one is to be discriminated against because of the color of their skin, because a verdict should be made based off mens rea and actus reus. The pigment of an individual's skin is not a factor. Section 28 of the Charter states, notwithstanding anything in this Charter, the rights and freedoms referred to in it are guaranteed equally to male and female persons. Stated in Section 15 of the Charter, every individual is equal before and under the law, and has the right to the equal protection and equal benefit of the law without discrimination, and in particular without discrimination based on race, national or ethnic origin, color, religion, sex, age, or mental or physical disability. Section 15, subsection 2 states, does not preclude any law, program, or activity that has as its object the amelioration of conditions of disadvantaged individuals or groups, including those that are disadvantaged because of race, national or ethnic origin, color, religion, sex, age, or mental physical disability.
Blacks are more likely to be arrested than any other racial group. They are a community of individuals that are always under surveillance, allowing them to be victims of majority of the random search and seizures that take place. The key term that best describes random search and seizures in the Black community is racial profiling. Race is the reason that many Black individuals, mostly men, are pulled over to be searched or arrested. It should be brought to the attention of many in this community that the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms protects them against this recurring issue of random search and seizures. It is a violation of Section 8 of the Charter, which states everyone has the right to be secure against unreasonable search and seizure. Even though everyone has the right to be secure from this act, it is still an overwhelming issue in particularly the Black community. There needs to be stronger precautions taken.
This statistical rarity has in fact become even more infamous in recent years across the borders in the USA and as well as Canada. In the case regarding Aiken v. Ottawa Police Service Board, represented by the African Canadian Legal Clinic, the issue of racial profiling towards Blacks was being disputed. The ACLC represented the complainant Chad Aiken in regards of his complaint to the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario due to allegations of racial profiling by the Ottawa Police Service. In an open letter to Chief Commissioner Barbara Hall, the ACLA wrote that research in Canada and the United States shows that Blacks are among the primary victims of racial profiling, which is the sad truth as demonstrated by the Ottawa Police Service through statistical evidence. According to the African Canadian Legal Clinic, in 2010, the complaint and the Ottawa Police Services Board reached a settlement with the expectation of one remaining public interest remedy of race-based data collection. The issue here is that there is a system in place that allows for and even regularly asks for racial profiling influence activities in the police department. This case calls for the growing concern of minority communities must be addressed due to continual acts of anti-Black violence by the Ottawa Police Service and its social effects on its community. And sadly, circumstances such as this have become a trend in recent reports across North America. But I live